Week 5 NFL Power Rankings. Let's get it. All right, back at number 32, New Jersey Jets. This fucking team is so terrible. You thought after they got a win, maybe they'd put some shit together? Nope. Listen, by the time Zach Wilson and that offense got their first down of the game, the Falcons were already beating them 17-0. Man, I know people from London were pissed that they had to watch this fucking team. And the people that woke up all sorts of early to watch this fucking game, damn, that sucks. All right, number 31, Jacksonville Jaguars. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 20 straight losses in a row. Man, I know Jaguar fans were pissed. Who am I kidding? What Jaguar fans? But no, really, Trevor Lawrence is continuing to improve his game. But the Jaguars are going to need to get him some help. And when I say help, I don't mean lap dances. They are going to ruin this young man's promising career. For shame. Number 30, Miami Dolphins. All right, before you start blaming this terrible start on Tua's absence, you need to take a second to give credit to Jacoby Brissett. On an injured hamstring, this man kept the Dolphins in the game against the Super Bowl champs for 3/4 of a football game. I really wish there was like an alternate universe so you could see how terrible the Dolphins would be even if Tua was here. This team is frightening bad. Number 29, New Jersey Giants. How you gonna lose your running back 1, your QB 1, and then your wide receiver 1? All in the same game. I almost feel like this is some kind of karma for last year when Dak got his injury. I feel terrible for the Giants and their fans. But there was a bright spot to the game. The Giants rookie Kadarius Toney looked outstanding. 10 catches for 189 yards? That's not bad. What's bad is this dude decided to throw a punch and get ejected from the game. Now, I know it was at the end of the game. It didn't matter. But that's a rookie mistake. And that's going to hurt him. Number 28, Detroit Lions. Oh, man. You can't make this shit up. Only the Lions can lose games like this. Credit definitely has to go out to that Lions defense for keeping them in the game and forcing that fumble late. That fumble recovery set them up for a late touchdown. And they opted to go for 2 because fuck it, why not? We're the Detroit Lions, and they convert to take the lead. 37 seconds left. They've got this. They got their first win. You have got to be shitting me. Another 50-plus field goal attempt goes through and hands the Lions yet another fucking loss. This is the kind of shit that makes people think that the NFL is scripted. Like when the storylines were created, the Lions drew the token that said, you guys are going to be shit on forever. Damn, I feel bad. Number 27, Houston Texans. Hey, move over, Trevor Lawrence. It's Davis Mills time. All right, stop it. For real though, Mills did have a career day. He threw over 300 yards for the first time in his career. But a fourth quarter collapse to a Bill Belichick-led team hands the Texans their 4th loss of the year. Number 26, Atlanta Falcons. Hey, Kyle Pitts sighting. I thought for sure that coming into the season, Kyle Pitts was going to be a much bigger story. But with Ridley and Gage both out in the game in London, Pitts finally had his time to shine. And he did just that. The Falcons played the Jets and pulled out a jolly good victory over in London. They're still a terrible team, though. Number 25, Indianapolis Colts. Oh, Carson. So Carson Wentz finally has a good game. His best game as an Indianapolis Colt. Motherfucker had 402 yards passing. But the Colts' overall meltdown in the 4th quarter against the Ravens kind of overshadows the fact that Wentz played pretty good. What the hell was up with Rodrigo Blankenship? He missed an extra point. The punter came out and kicked for him. They went for 2 instead of going for an extra point when it was unnecessary. And then he had a field goal blocked. I may or may not have him on my fantasy team. And he may or may not screwed me right in the ass. But the real story is the Colts meltdown. Not a good look. Number 24, Washington. All right, the absence of Logan Thomas was definitely felt in Washington. But hey, Chase Young got himself his first sack of the fucking year. It's about time, bruh. Number 23, Denver Broncos. Okay, so the Broncos start 3-0. Bronco fans are starting to talk shit. But as previously discussed many times, they beat the Giants, the Jaguars, and the Jets. 3 out of the worst 4 teams in football, in my opinion. So they finally play a good team last week and get their ass beat. So I'm looking at this week as the real test. 1, Bridgewater's back. No excuses there. And they're playing the Steelers, a team that has been written off. Guess what the Broncos did? They laid a fucking egg and showed everybody exactly what everybody already fucking knew. That this team is fucking trash. I don't want to hear shit about the Broncos. Number 22, Minnesota Vikings. All right, Justin Jefferson against a very bad Detroit secondary is exactly what we thought would happen. However, this game was entirely too close. A late fumble by Alexander Madison almost, and really should have, cost them the game. But luckily, they were playing the Lions. Number 21, Pittsburgh Steelers. Chase Claypool finally came to play. Ben Roethlisberger all of a sudden looked like Ben Roethlisberger. Even the Steelers defense showed up. Maybe there's some life left in this team. Nah. Maybe. Number 20, Carolina Panthers. All right, the Panthers defense looked pretty impressive for 3 quarters against the Eagles. All Sam Darnold really needed to do was not fuck up, and they would escape this game with a victory. But then Slim Shady asked, will the real Sam Darnold please stand up? And he said, hey, that's me. And the Panthers somehow found a way to lose the game. 3 interceptions for Darnold, missing his targets all game long. He looked like he was back in New Jersey for the 2nd week in a row. Poor Carolina. Number 19, Philadelphia Eagles. You can add 6 more penalties to this very undisciplined Eagles team. That's 50 on the year. That's an average of 10 per game. But despite 3 quarters of ugly-ass football, the Eagles somehow came together on all 3 phases of the game and pulled out a fucking win. Jalen Hurts has some work to do, though. Number 18, Seattle Seahawks. All right, the Seahawks lost on Thursday, dropped their record to 2-3. But the bigger loss was losing Russell Wilson. That's gonna hurt. Now, Geno Smith came in, he played nicely. He didn't get his jaw broken or anything like that. You remember that shit? But if Russell Wilson is not cooking in Seattle, that team is in trouble. Number 17, Chicago Bears. Fuck this team, man. Justin Fields earns his first signature win as a starter against the Raiders. Now, the run game was the key ingredient in this win, but Justin Fields made some key throws when it was needed most. Now, the Raiders being the 5th best scoring team in the NFL, the Bears shut their asses down. That Bears defense looked good, and Khalil Mack was everywhere on the fucking field. He was like Bugs Bunny. I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm over here. I think he liked beating up on his old team. But again, I say, fuck this team. Number 16, Las Vegas Raiders. Really difficult to win games when you have 10 penalties losing 82 yards. The Raiders offensive line played absolutely terrible. Derek Carr did not look like the same Derek Carr that he's been playing since week 1. Was it because of the turmoil that's going on with John Gruden and upper management? Who knows? What I do know is this team that started 3-0 now looks like poop. Number 15, New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I don't care that he had 4 touchdown passes. Jameis Winston is terrible. He's terrible. He was 15 of 30 against a terrible, terrible Washington team. One of his touchdowns was a friggin' long-ass bomb that Washington just didn't want to cover the receiver. Another one was a Hail Mary right at the half. So yeah, he had 4 touchdowns, but did he play good? No, because he's a terrible quarterback. I swear I can't stand this dude. Number 14, New England Patriots. All right, so the Patriots come from behind and pull out a nice victory against a Houston Texans team. That's the good news. The bad news is that they were outplayed by arguably one of the worst teams in football. That game was gross. I understand that the greatest quarterback of all time left New England and went to Tampa Bay, but I didn't think that this team would fall this much. They're not good. Number 13, San Francisco 49ers. Trey Lance gets his first start ever in the NFL against the Arizona Cardinals. And what did he do? He proved that Jimmy G should still be the starter. All right, he did have some positive moments, for sure. But his accuracy was off, man. That boy ain't ready. The bright spot for San Francisco was their defense. They contained Kyler Murray like no one has been able to so far this year. Kudos to the Niners D. Number 12, Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Yo, the Chiefs defense is terrible. Terrible. And I guess that's all fine and well if you want to put all your focus on your offense, because that offense is freaking good. We all know that. But that offense, playing against the number 1 defense in football, only put up 20 points at home on Sunday night. The Chiefs offense had 4 turnovers for the whole nation to see, but I'm still not ready to write off the Chiefs. They are still scary good on offense. Number 11, Tennessee Titans. Titans get A.J. Brown back. Derrick Henry plays like Derrick Henry. This win wasn't a surprise, but boy, do the Titans need some serious offensive line help. Ryan Tannehill is going to get himself killed if that offensive line does not start playing better. Number 10, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase is definitely living up to the hype. This game was an opportunity for the Bengals to have a true statement win. Not only would they keep the lead in the AFC North, but they would have beaten Aaron Rodgers-led Packers team. Special teams fell short late in the 4th quarter and in overtime. And if you didn't see it, how many fucking times you gonna miss a field goal? And no, the wind ribbon at the top of the fucking flag is not good. But that loss kind of brings the Bengals back to earth a little bit, and we'll see how they recover. Number 9, Green Bay Packers. Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in the NFL today. I said it. I meant it. Bite my tongue for no one. Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. The man is a beast. I've been saying it for 2 years. But this game against the Bengals was fucking disgusting. Mason Crosby missed an extra point and three field goal attempts. Luckily, the Bengals were having the same fucking troubles, so Crosby got the opportunity to redeem himself, and he kicked the overtime game winner. Despite getting the win, the Packers did not look good doing it. Number 8, Cleveland Browns. It seemed like all the haters on the Browns offense were getting shht until it mattered most. In a game that was clearly all about offense, the Browns had the opportunity to put the game away, put their fucking foot on the Chargers' throat. And instead of doing that and going after it and being aggressive, head coach Kevin Stefanski decided to play conservatively and run the ball with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Pussy. I'm just saying. Now, the Browns defense that has been their forte all year long gave up 47 points to the Chargers in a very good game, probably the game of the year, but a loss nonetheless. Number 7, Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Haters gonna hate. I know that. We all know that. But they need to stop hating on this man. It almost seems like he decided to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to be a pocket passer and throw for 442 fucking yards, adding 62 rushing yards, for 504 total fucking yards of offense in a ridiculous come from behind win against the Colts. Another comeback. They're the kings of comeback this year. Putting the rest of the NFL on notice saying, hey, the Ravens, we're legit. Hell of a fucking game on Monday Night Football. Number 6, Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady throws for over 400 yards again. The Bucks continue to roll with a win over the Dolphins. Now, after 3 quarters, this game was not out of hand. But the offense showed up in the 4th quarter. Tom Brady said, let's stop fucking around. He found AB, who, by the way, is looking fucking ridiculous. And the Bucks just steamrolled over the Dolphins. Well done. Number 5, Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford continues to shine just as bright as that Los Angeles sunshine. Now, this probably upsets Detroit Lions fans, because if the Lions would have just given him some help. Now, I know he had Calvin Johnson, but that was pretty much all he had. The Lions could have been, you know what? We're talking about the Rams, and the Rams are looking good. Get a big win in Seattle on Thursday Night Football. Good for you. Number 4, Arizona Cardinals. How do you have a 5-0 team at number 4? Because I'm still not that impressed with this team. Do I think that they could beat any of the teams that are ranked above them? No, I don't. So in this game, the Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins connection was non-existent for the first 3 quarters of football. In the 4th quarter, Murray throws up a lame duck. It was a terrible, terrible pass, an even worse decision. And DeAndre Hopkins comes back, catches the short pass, and makes it look like Kyler Murray's a genius. From that point on, it was Murray Hopkins for a touchdown and then a game sealer late in the game to put the game away. This team is good. They are. But they are by no means a dominant team. Number 3, Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert is legit. We all thought it was possible, but I feel like all the doubts are gone. And if they're not, they fucking should be. This Chargers team is playing impressive football. The Cleveland Browns are one of the elite defenses in the NFL, and they put up a 47 spot on them. Converting 4th downs with ease, as if they're 2nd downs, is quite helpful. They engineered a comeback against the Browns in what would probably be the game of the year, and they proved that they have an MVP candidate behind center. And fuck it, man, a head coach of the year candidate as well. Watch out for these Chargers. Number 2, Dallas Cowboys. I know that there are so many Cowboy haters out there. I'm not a big fan of Cowboy fans, but I don't hate the Cowboys. And I'll tell you, this team looks ridiculous. They have some serious weapons on offense. It just depends on what they want to do this day. Do they want to run the ball? Sure, Zeke and Pollard got you. Do they want to pass the ball? Dak is throwing to Cooper, to Lamb. Oh my... Their friggin' tight ends are stepping up like they're Pro Bowlers. And on top of all that, Trayvon Diggs. They say that 2/3 of the earth is covered in water. The rest seems to be covered by Trayvon Diggs. Fucking Cowboys, man. And number 1 in my Week 5 NFL Power Rankings, nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Yes, sir, I am biased. But do you know how long I have been waiting for this? My entire adult life, this team has been dog shit. The last time they were this good, I was in middle school. I have paid my dues. I have waited a long time for this. Sean McDermott, head coach of the Buffalo Bills, preaches to his players in practice, in the locker room, before the game, after the game. He starts every speech at the end of the game with these words. His motto, humble and hungry. And that's how I've been treating my fandom. For the past 12 years that I've been on Facebook, I have been obnoxious about the Bills. And they've been trash. And since week 6 of last year, when they lost to the Titans on a Tuesday night, I literally have not posted anything about any Buffalo Bills games. And they've had 3 losses since. 3. Humble and hungry. But here we are in week 5 of 2021. I am aware that it is a long season, and we are only 5 weeks in. But there is not a team in the NFL right now that I feel could beat the Buffalo Bills. This team is fucking ridiculous. Number 1 offense in football. Number 1 defense in football. Most takeaways in football. This team is clicking right now. They are fucking unstoppable right now. And you need to let me enjoy this. Sunday Night Football. Josh Allen out Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. He beat him at his own game. He spread the love to all of his receivers. Dawson Knox is becoming a superstar in the NFL. And in the fourth quarter, when the Bills needed a big-time first down to kind of put the game on ice, Josh Allen took off running. Josh Allen saw a defender. Josh Allen did some Josh Allen shit. Josh Allen! Get the fuck out of my way! This dude is a beast. That Bills defense forced 4 turnovers. It's like a fucking tongue twister. Forced 4 turnovers. Adding to their lead of takeaways in the league. Game was ridiculous. Bills have won their last 4 games by an average of 39-10. I cannot help to be this excited. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. I grew up with Giant fans and Jet fans, and I had to eat this shit for years. It's my time. Bills Mafia, it is time. Mount the fuck up. Go Bills.